Dr. Venom, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Karen, and I'm still alive.
Yes, you've got a few poisonous spiders hidden away for us.
Yes, I
and
have.
I'm thankful to say those ones on your desktop are stuffed spiders.
Yes, well, no, these are actually skins.
Right.
Okay, and we have some dried specimens.
Okay.
But, you know, if you ask me any difficult questions, I can throw them over to you. So beware.
All right, so when you throw them over to me, it's a no-no.
Yeah.
Yes, arachnophobia.
Yes, we're going to be discussing today arachnophobia, the fear of spiders. Now, interestingly, the word arachnophobia stems from the ancient Greek. Arachne for spider and phobos for fear.
Ah, yes.
Now, Sigmund Freud suggested that arachnophobia was the biggest phobia to affect children. And in fact, it is the biggest phobia to affect the human species. It is a manifestation of zoophobia, that's the fear of certain animals. And arachnophobia, there's been some debate whether it's evolutionary because it goes back so far into our ancestry. Now, it could be that ancient man associated venomous spiders as danger, and therefore this arachnophobia developed. But there are some arguments against the genetic factor that it could be more of a cultural effect because certain countries actually roast and eat tarantulas like this.
There's also,
Yes.
there's also witch doctors and things like that, isn't there?
Yes.
In other countries, probably still now, but obviously years and years ago. And they used spiders for all sorts of things and put the fear into people as well, I would imagine.
Well, I mean, I've actually looked into this. Witchcraft is one of the areas I've been researching for my new book, which is called Arachnophobia, a Survival Guide. That's coming soon in the future. But I went to Africa and I did have an encounter with the spider diviner, who was a shaman who used the spider, a giant baboon spider, to tell the future. And then there was the case of my encounter with the scorpion witch in Burundi. But that's for another time, because that's a whole subject in itself. Today we talk about arachnophobia. Do you know 55% of women's are arachnophobic in Western society, and around 20% of men. Now that's a huge, huge number.
A huge difference as well in the percentages.
It is, isn't it?
I wonder why.
Yeah. Now also would be an opportunity to give you all the reasons why we should not be afraid of spiders.
Okay.
But that would be boring, so I'm not going to. Instead, I'm going to give you a few reasons to justify your fears.
Okay.
Now, later on, we have a couple of pictures that I sent you that we're going to look at, and we're going to be talking about spider venom. But first of all, let's look at a spider. Now, this here is the black widow spider, Latrodectus. Now, I'm going to open it.
Small and dangerous.
Yes, the black widow spider is a highly feared spider. It is one of the most dangerous spiders in the world, and it causes all sorts of effects. Its venom is called latrotoxin, and it's a neurotoxin that attacks the nervous system. Now, interestingly, these are small, black, glossy spiders with a red marking on the abdomen. This species is called Latrodectus tridecima guttatus and is found here in the Mediterranean. Okay, now you can see that the spider is not a very big spider, but it's the venom that is potentially dangerous. Causes all sorts of effects known as latrodectism, and this includes vomiting, stomach cramps, piloerection, dilation of the eye bulbs, the pupils, rapid heartbeat, respiratory problems, organ failure, internal bleeding, coma,
Lots of things, really.
and death.
Yes.
So, in that case, we shall put this one back now.
Yep.